I guess we can do this Candace Owens thing. God, this stuff is so stupid.
Oh, the Candace Owens one is great, though. It's so good.
I thought she was banned from Fox News. I remember her being banned for Fox News for being a little too, I hate to say racist, but like it probably was that. And now she's just going on all of their like podcasts, like all of the separate Fox 5 people's podcasts, or like is she back on Fox News?
Well, Jesse Waters is attempting here to make his stamp on the 7:00 slot. He's now been promoted, and he had Sarah Palin on the other day. Now he's got who recently, we can talk about that maybe in a bit, tested positive for COVID, and then hung out with a bunch of people at the restaurant outdoors. But I can't fathom. She's all right. Sorry. Well, just a quick aside. She's a psycho, right? We know that. I'm not shocked that she would be fine with seeing people while she's COVID positive. But the people that are having dinner with her, they probably didn't get it because they're outdoors. But you might have
positive themselves. Or they're positive.
Apparently, she's been to multiple restaurants. She over the past few days, like she tested positive and just started eating out totally. No, at every restaurant in New York.
She took Barry's advice. She's like, I'm over this, and I'm going to go to all the Manhattan restaurants I want to.
Yeah. Anyway, so the birds of a feather, but Candace Owens went on Jesse Waters' show. He's trying to make a name for himself. Make sure that 7:00 slot is can't miss TV. So what you need to talk about are the issues that are affecting the American people materially and are making their lives harder. And here he is with Candace Owens talking about Minnie Mouse.
I have some real news, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, Candace, but Disney is totally changing Minnie Mouse. Disney is putting Minnie Mouse in a pantsuit. That's right. They're getting rid of the skirt. And this is Disney Paris or something like that. And I thought, who better to ask about this than Candace Owens? Your reaction. Why are they doing this?
Oh, I'm just so glad. I'm so glad they're doing this. Let me just tell you, Jesse, it goes back to like when they did this to the M&Ms, and now they're making her more masculine. And I'm glad that they're now realizing that this needed to be addressed. You know, all of us were traumatized when we saw Minnie Mouse and she was looking like a female as we were growing up. I mean, look, this is why people don't take these people seriously.
Candace Owens is saying that they're turning Minnie Mouse masculine because she's not wearing a dress. She's wearing a pantsuit. What is Candace Owens wearing in this clip?
I didn't want to say anything about that because, you know, the rapid pace at which she was speaking was more the focus. But yeah, like, right.
That's been her new thing. She is now that she's a part of the Daily Wire, it is the Ben Shapiro school of talking.
The pantsuit.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know if she's wearing a skirt. We cannot independently verify that.
I doubt that.
But she's certainly. Yeah. I mean, she's certainly wearing something very similar to at least the top half of Minnie Mouse's Stella McCartney outfit. There, it was a designer, but whatever. Okay.
Americans can't jacket to cartoons, and you think it's a joke. That's the gist of this.
I know. I mean, we all heard about Tucker Carlson's trauma that he's no longer able to use his M&M fleshlight. Okay, I just went there. Let's keep going.
Oh, I thought you were going to say put the nut in M&Ms, but that's the way. Yours is way better.
No, it's not. Yours is better. Keep going.
Realizing that this needed to be addressed. You know, all of us were traumatized when we saw Minnie Mouse and she was looking like a female as we were growing up. I mean, look, this is why people don't take these people seriously. They're taking all of these things that nobody was offended by. It's like they have to get rid of them and destroy them because they're bored. You know, they're absolutely bored. They're trying to destroy fabrics of our society, pretending that there's issues. So everybody looks over here. Look at Minnie Mouse. Don't look at inflation, Jesse. Look at Minnie Mouse. The world is going forward because you've got her in a pantsuit. Never mind that you can't get anything at the grocery store and you can't buy a piece of bacon unless you've got $30 in your pocket. At least we're addressing the real problem, which is Minnie Mouse.
That's right. That's right. They're bored out of their minds. And they're just making it all like comfortable for the rest of us. Thank you so much.
They're making the story. No one else is talking about this.
They're taking it seriously by doing news about it. Like, it's Stella McCartney, like, Paul McCartney's daughter did a remix of Minnie Mouse design
for Disney
an anniversary.
Paris. Not even here in the United States. Paris.
I mean,
for Euro Disney, yeah.
And that's the thing, just for anybody that thinks they may have a point. And I mean, we're maybe speaking to a small audience here, but like, they're the ones taking it seriously, right? Like they're actually doing a favor to Stella McCartney and Disney. They love that this is getting out there because this stuff, all they care about is just attention for this new thing, and they know that frankly a small percentage of Disney people aren't going to give a shit. They're just going to be like, oh, Disney's back in my mind again. Maybe we should go to Disney World.
Yeah,
like that's all that this is about.
Right. As a Disney connoisseur myself, Minnie Mouse has worn many different outfits. Yes, the red and the polka dot dress is iconic or whatever, but Disney has put many different outfits on her, and with some of them no big deal. Some of them they put out press releases like they did for this, and the reason is every time they do something like this, they put out a PR thing so they could get attention, they could get some coverage, some press. That's why
Stella
Disney did it.
McCartney's clothes can get coverage. I mean, let's be real. This is a cross-promotional fashion thing. That's it. But it's a way for them to conflate. Like, this is a huge part of Fox's project right now, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Binder, but like, it's all about conflating elites and corporations doing performative woke stuff like this with the elites that are ruining your lives. And it's really just these internal PR decisions by major corporations like Disney that are oppressing you, not all of the oligarchs that run Fox News and the people that they support in terms of tax cuts and the bosses that they back.
I'm surprised they didn't go after Luisa from Encanto, because that's all over social media, where right-wingers on social media, she's the muscular woman in that new Disney movie that's all over the place, Encanto. They're all just claiming that this is proof that Disney is trying to push a transgender agenda on children. And it's like, she's a girl who got superpowers to be super strong. That was the power she was given if you watch the movie. These guys are amazing how they try to turn everything into some victimization complex.
Well, that's what it is. Right? Like, it's just, that's their message. Like, we're victims and we're under attack. It's useful to rally their freaks.
I don't want to judge anyone who wants to have sex with like anthropomorphic mice because, that's their business. But it just seems kind of like weird to have your entire, even sexuality in this case, so heavily dependent on like the marketing materials and like the marketing strategy of like a international conglomerate like Disney. And that's so many of their complaints. Like we always talk about like, G.I. Joe is, not going to like do as many war crimes in the next comic book or whatever. Like, are they becoming too feminized? And it's just like, man, like you got to understand, they're just trying to sell you shit. Like, that's the real.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of too, like, I mean, their perception of self and their sexuality is an extension of that is so shallow and so dependent on society and so paper thin, right? I mean, that it's all determined by where it is in relation to cultural barometers. It's bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of our society is viewed through the lens of consumption and like like an individual consumption of various products and medias and whatever. It's, but at the end of the day, like no matter what you can pull out of those things, you shouldn't like ignore the fact that like Disney doesn't care about like rights. They don't care about anything. They just want to sell you some stuff. And to even like give it a second thought as a part of like a deep part of your identity, like with Disney movies or Disney stuff, is like it's just a little silly. And like it's okay, I guess, when children do it, but it's become like the main criticism of the culture wars on the far right, that like the cartoons just aren't as good as they used to be.
Right. All right, let's take another call.
I miss when Donald Duck was given Sig Hales back in the 1940s cartoons that Disney was putting out there. That was real American Disney. God damn it!
They missed the Peter Pan depiction of Native Americans.
They just aren't willing to make Minnie Mouse as busty as they should to communicate that she is a female, according, and that's just unfortunate.